Hey Chloe, it's Tuesday, it's about 4 o'clock, a little after 4 o'clock, and I don't feel like dealing with all of this responsibility, so let's go for a walk. So I've never done this before, this whole vlogging while walking thing, and I'm not really sure where I'm going or, what I'm going to be talking about, so we're just going to see where the wind takes me. I'm getting some strange looks from the people in the neighborhood, but I don't get why. I'm just a guy walking down the street filming himself with a camera. So here's my old bus stop, Chloe. It's not really that much to look at. It's just a stop sign and a road. And then there's some houses here. It starts my neighborhood. I have some weird memories of this bus stop. Mainly, the snowball fights we would have and, all that other fun stuff we did. So I think I'm going to cross the road. I'm actually going to walk this way a little bit before I cross. The cars are loud! I'm actually going to walk this way a little bit before I cross the road because I'm going to go on a lane that I don't really go too much anymore. So I'm about to cross the road. There's my... Oh, nope. There, sort of, you kind of see my elementary school. I don't feel like actually filming it. I'm just going to cross the road. Okay. Always look both ways, which I did. Whew. That wasn't that bad. Ooh, somebody's calling me. Who's calling me? Hi, Mom. Gotcha. Alright, bye. It's my mom. So I didn't bring you out here for any specific purpose other than I just felt like filming a video not in my house, also because my studio is not set up yet. But I actually have something to talk about today because I said something in my last video that I'm not really sure if you understand or not. I mentioned Pro Tools, which I said is kind of a music software. It's kind of the music software. And when I say music program, I mean like how I have GarageBand. Pro Tools is pretty much GarageBand, just better and more expensive. Pro Tools is called a digital audio workstation, which has the function that I just told you about. You use it to do everything that you pretty much can do on a console. And so you can operate your entire recording procedure and operation just right from your laptop or your desktop, whatever you choose to use. There are lots of digital audio workstations. There's Pro Tools, there's Cubase, there's Logic, which is one of my favorites. There's GarageBand, there's Ableton, which I wish I had, but I don't have a PC. One of the things I like the most about Pro Tools and other things like it is that to really know how to use it, you have to have an understanding of audio technology just in general. You have to understand signal flow, insert points, all of the stuff that everybody should learn. But one of the things that's a problem with digital audio workstations is that you don't have to know all of that stuff. Going the other way now, I realize I've been walking on the wrong side of the road this whole time. What one of my recording professors says is that what separates us from the idiots who don't know how to do anything is that we actually know how to use audio and how audio works and all of that stuff. But you can go down to Guitar Center and get your album mixed for not really that much and get it recorded. So what's the point of what I do? That's not even the entire problem, Chloe, because on GarageBand there are these things called plugins, and plugins are pretty much external processors that you just bring them in normally. There's all kinds of plugins. There's compressors, limiters, there's reverb units, there's probably everything. There's a lot of effects units that I really like, but there's also a lot of plugins that engineers don't really like to venture towards. Things like auto-tune and different things like that. I'll give you an example. Let's say that somebody recorded a drum set and they don't like the way their bass drum sounds. Well, what you can do is that you can then buy a plugin for about $100, which I'm told is a pretty good price for a plugin. And what it does is it takes your crappy bass drum sound and it will replace it entirely with a computerized bass drum sound. Which, yeah, it will sound better, but it will still sound like a computerized bass drum sound, and it won't sound like part of the same drum set. Which, that's fine. You can use Pro Tools however you want to, because it's your mix. I mean, if every engineer who's had difficulty recording and mixing a drum set, pro tip, that's everybody, just ran to Pro Tools and used a plugin, I don't know how we would get good acoustic drum sound. And then there's people who hone their craft. They've learned the ins and outs of mixing things like drum sets and recording them. Not in that order. And they really know how to get a drum set to sound good, and they've worked hard at it and they like their finished product. That one, Chloe, that's the one that I would prefer to be. Somebody who works hard to get a crappy bass drum sound. And it's gonna sound bad. My first few mixes were terrible, and they've gotten a little bit better, but they're still not the best. But I'm gonna get better. And you know what? I'm going to retain my integrity as an engineer and as an artist. Chloe, I'll see you on Thursday.